Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Kevtendo and today we are going over the different Paper Mario games and where I rank them. Now you will see here I do have, where is it? I have Super Paper Mario and then I have Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which is one I think people keep forgetting about. But these two games, I don't really consider them to be like true Paper Mario games, but they do have Paper Mario characters in them, and I will add those into the list. And it's not that I don't add them as true Paper Mario games because I think they're bad or whatever. I think they're fine. I think they're good. It's just the way that they play, and also the one's more Mario and Luigi game. Technically, it doesn't count. So technically, neither of these two count. But I wanted to put them in here anyways because they have Paper Mario characters. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try and go through my layers here. Yeah, we'll do this one. So we're gonna start from the beginning. The first one we're going to do is Super Paper Mario from the Nintendo 64. Now I remember playing this one, but I never beat this one. This was one I watched my brother play, and the closest I got to beating the game when I was a kid was I would go to my brother's save file where he saved right before he fought Bowser, and I tried to do that. I did that in Ocarina of Time too. But the most I played this game was when they added this game to the Wii U. And I played a bit more of it. I still haven't finished it. But I would have to say, I think it does deserve a really good spot here on this list. I did make it a little bigger on accident. Where would we put this? I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna put it at maybe a B. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here at B. And the reason why I'm putting it here at B is because there were some things that, you know, they do definitely feel dated. And I do feel like that is an unfair assessment because you can't really compare old games to new game standards just because old games had, you know, hardware limitations and like just technological limitations that we don't have now. One example I like to make is like survival games. There's no way we could have survival games in the past like we do now. It just would not work. But I am going to put it here at a B. I think it was a really solid game, and I do think it had a really nice story as well. And also had some pretty nice characters, especially your little rival. I remember him being that little half-egg dude. Next up on the list is the second entry into the series, which is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Thousand-Year Door, honestly, I'm not going to put it at S tier because it does have some flaws. I do want to make another video about this later on, explaining like what I think those flaws are, or, you know, basically kind of, you know, actually going more in depth with how I feel about the different games or whatever. But for now, I'm going to shrink this. You can see it a little better. There we go. I'm going to put that there. So we got Paper Mario. Oh, this is going to be a little difficult because they're all shaped weird, right? Most of them are long, which is a problem. So Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door, I think that that's an A tier game. Next up would be Super Paper Mario. This one here. Super Paper Mario. I never beat Super Paper Mario. Ooh, wait, where am I? Oh, here we go. Okay. I never beat Super Paper Mario. We had rented it, so I never got around to beating the game. But I did like what I played. I didn't like that they took out the turn-based and made it more action-based. But to me, that's because I consider this a hybrid game, where it is a hybrid between the Super Mario games, which are the platformer games, and then it is a hybrid between the Paper Mario games, which is why it's called Super Paper Mario, and it incorporates the whole kind of more platforming aspect. I would probably say this is probably the most platform version of Paper Mario, and again, that's because they have the Super attached to it. It's Super Mario and then Paper Mario combined. So hey everyone, this is future editor Kev. So I think I found a better way of trying to explain why I don't consider Super Paper Mario to be a real Paper Mario game. The best comparison I could make would be kind of like how there may be some people who may not consider Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee to be part of the main series games because of differences in how the game is played, which deviate from how the original games are played. That's the best comparison I could give to try and help explain what I mean, I guess. So I don't know if that helps you. Good. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do anymore. So I'll go ahead and let you guys get back to the video. All right, bye. Oh, I put it in A tier. I wasn't even looking. Now, the thing is that I've watched a summary of the story. I do think it has a nice story. I've heard people say it has a better story than Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. And you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll agree with it. Because again, I do have issues with the main story of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Its side stories, I love its side stories. The main story, to me, I think Thousand Year Door's main story just takes a back seat to the side stories that happen along the way, which I think is what makes the main story not as good. But ooh, man, super. You know what? I'll put it in A tier. I'll just put it here in A tier. I am going to, honestly, I'm putting this at a C tier. All right, it's not awful, but it's also not good. Oh, I could fit it over here. That'll save some room. Paper Mario Sticker Star, honestly, I don't like it as much because to me, I don't remember what the story was. I just remember it was Bowser came by and he just stuck a bunch of the toads up against the wall and that's it, right? You know, like that's all I remember. And then I remember playing through, I got to like World 7 dash whatever. I got all the way to like some snow place. There was like a goat thing in the background. You can get like one of the thing stickers. I don't know. Thing stickers, I do not like those. I think that those were probably the worst thing that they've added to the Paper Mario franchise. I hate the thing stickers. The concept of them is fine, but how they actually are used in the game, it's horrible. And when it comes to you trying to figure out what it is you need to use and when and where you can use it, it's just a bunch of guesswork. Like it's just trial and error. If you use the wrong thing in the wrong spot, you waste that sticker and it gets used up, and now you have to either go all the way back to where you grabbed it, which could be a couple worlds away, and then go pick it up again, or you have to go back to the Toad Town place, whatever, and then buy a new one for like a couple hundred. I don't like the things. I don't like how they were used. Now we'll go ahead and say that Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, we'll go ahead and say that that came after. I don't know when it came out. I assume it came out after Paper Mario Sticker Star, so we'll just, again, ooh, that's brushes. We'll just say that that's what happened. So we'll go ahead and move it. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, honestly, the Mario and Luigi games are really good games, you know, to the point where I would say I do like their turn-based combat better than Paper Mario's turn-based combat, at least the original turn-based combat, because they have things like these cool little moves that you can do. Especially they have the you get a special move for Mario, you get a special move for Luigi, and then they get the bro attacks where they literally both work together for these special moves, and it's really cool, right? Honestly, I'm gonna put this at an A tier as well. I don't think I'm gonna have any S tiers on this list, but I'm gonna have this here at A tier. I really like it. I like that they took Paper Mario and they added Paper Mario characters. Literally half the characters in the game are Paper Mario characters. And you get Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario. Honestly, I think that's a really good game. If you haven't tried it, I would recommend you try it, especially if you like the Paper Mario series, because this game will not only introduce you to Paper Mario, but also introduce you to the Mario and Luigi game. So it's kind of like, you know, two birds, one rock. It's not how it goes. Next up, we have, ooh, geez, Paper Mario Color Splash. Now, Paper Mario Color Splash, I liked what I played, but for me, the main drawback of this game was the fact that much like Paper Mario Sticker Star, it used these thing stickers, though they weren't stickers in Color Splash, but they used these like thing object things or whatever. The game was fine up until you get to like the first boss. It is mandatory. Like it is mandatory that you have this one specific thing sticker that you don't know that you need until you get to the boss and lose to him like 7-8 times in a row, because you can't beat him without this thing sticker. It's a guaranteed loss unless you have this one specific thing sticker, which I just think is really dumb. So I assumed the rest of the boss fights were going to be like that. I don't know if they are, and they may not be, but I played up to the first boss and I was so mad. I was so disappointed that I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to play this. And I would go back and play it. I still have it. I have all of these games, by the way, so I can go back and play all of them. But honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to put it at C tier. I would say I would put it more here at B. Yeah, I'd put it here at B tier because it still had the consumable items, which was the main issue with Sticker Star and Color Splash, was they, you know, took out your basic attacks and you now had consumable attacks. And if you use up all like your jump attacks and there's like an air enemy you can't hit with the hammer, you have to use like an item because you can't. It's I don't know. The consumable attacks was just not a good idea. That kind of ruined the gameplay. But I don't know. I did like Color Splash a lot better than Sticker Star, so I will put it here at B tier. Now, next I am going to put Paper Mario: The Origami King, which I didn't buy this game. I borrowed it from my cousin because, well, he had it, and I was like, well, I mean, I don't have to buy it. I could just borrow it from him. This game, I would have to say, I think in its own way, they kind of brought Paper Mario back, but there were some flaws to it. Honestly, I would say the main gripe, I guess, I have about this game would be its dartboard, dartboard, like whatever ring battle system. That's not as fun as the normal turn-based, but I did like that they kind of got rid of consumable attacks. And I did see that like a lot of people who talked about this game, they made it sound like with your equipment, you do get equipment in this game, but the way that people were making it sound was your attacks have durability, and once that durability wears up, your attack breaks and then you have to use a different attack. That's incorrect, because there are equipment that you can get, but you do still have your basic hammer and your basic jump attack that do not have any durability. So just like in Paper Mario, A Thousand Year Door, you have a standard hammer and jump attack that you can use at any point in time. You don't have to worry about losing it at all. What I would say with the equipment is like, the equipment is more like what replaces badges from the Thousand Year Door. But now it's, instead of it being a badge where you have to have badge points to, equip all these different badges, well, they kind of removed the RPG element from the last 3 games. That's also another reason why I didn't like them as much. But since there's no RPG element, there's no way to get badge points or whatever. So they made it equipment in this one. So they have like the fire hammer, the ice hammer. They have the spike shoes and stuff that allow you to jump on spiked enemies and whatever. That's equipment now. And that works, better than the last 2 games, but I still think having badges from Thousand Year Door was much better. But honestly, with this game, I would say I was actually impressed with this game. I would put it back up here at A tier. And this may not mean this may not mean much to you if I say this, but when I say this, it means a lot. Out of all the recent, like the new Paper Mario games, which are Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King was the only one I beat. And honestly, I would say this is one of the games that I would actually go back and play. Like I actually kind of want to play it a second time through. Not for the combat. The combat, I don't like I almost said bingo board again. That dartboard ring battle system, it's just not a good system. The turn-based in the game, people make the meme that it's a quote-unquote turn-based game, and that's mainly just because you wipe out all your enemies in the first turn. Your enemies never get a chance to attack, and for the majority of the game, I never used any equipment. I just used the basic hammer and the basic jump attacks, and I was still one-shotting enemies for the majority of the game. So there wasn't really any variety. There was no point in buying equipment. You could just find equipment, and even then I never really used what I picked up. So I don't know. Combat wise, I would say if I had to rank this by combat, I'd probably put it by maybe a B tier, and I would put Sticker Star, Color Splash down to D tier. but it's not just the gameplay. I would say I like the story, I like the visuals. That's what brings it up to A tier. So again, if I go more into what I like or dislike about these games, I will probably do so in another video where I kind of more go, again, in depth with the individual games, or just compare the games or something. But for right now, this is just where I'm going to rank them here on this tier list. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys have played these. If you haven't, I do recommend playing the series if you haven't, because I really like the Paper Mario series. If you haven't played it, be sure to play it. If you see any games that are on here that you would like to play, be sure to go ahead and play them. And that'll be it for me today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone. My eyes felt like they went less crazy this time. I think I fixed it. I went to like the blink sensitivity, and now it's like blinking way better. It's not getting all crazy. Oh, I did fix it.